Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be completely different to what I normally do, and actually a new video that I've never even filmed before. So this will be a kind of goals of 2021 video, so hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to subscribe and I will get straight in with the video now. I've never done this type of video before. I put it out on my story whether you would be interested, and a lot of people said yes, so I thought I would go ahead and film it. I have been watching a lot of other people's kind of same videos and I'm just really enjoying them. I thought I would kind of go through if I achieved my 2020 goals, and then my successes, failures, and failures? That sounded really weird. Fails, just call it that. And then my new goals for 2021. Maybe this will inspire you to create some goals for yourself. I will start with my goals of 2020. So I do write my goals down in my Sarah's Scribbles planner. This is my old one, and I do have my new one which I included in my birthday haul. If you haven't seen that, I will link it in the eye for you. It should be up by this point. Literally when I'm filming this, I've got like this one, I've got my new one, I've got a desk planner, and I actually have a list on a notebook, so very stationery obsessed, you could say. But yeah, so I will go through my 2020 goals first and see if I achieved any. I have ticked the ones that I have achieved. So last year I wrote down that I wanted to pass grade 8 on the cello. That didn't happen. I was supposed to take the exam in December, but obviously because of the whole coronavirus thing, it just didn't happen. I don't think exams are even on, so that unfortunately hasn't happened. My second goal was to reach 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I actually did achieve, which I was very excited about. I know I keep saying it, but I do have a giveaway coming up very soon. January has been very busy for me. I had my assessment for university and the deadline was on the 21st, so literally all that month I've been preparing for it. So I haven't had a lot of time to prepare the giveaway, but now I've got some time, so it will be coming soon. And then my third goal was to reach 5,000 followers on my Simply Gothic account, which I did. I actually reached 6,000, which was amazing. I have been trying to grow my account for Simply Gothic for years now, so that's definitely the most amount of growth I've had in a year. I did get stuck kind of in the 3,000 zone for a really long time, so I was finally glad to get out of that. So I did achieve that goal. My fourth goal was to reduce the amount of clothes bought and only buy if it's something unique. So I'd say I haven't ticked that one, but I have tried to consider like what I buy, but I don't feel like I reduced the amount of clothes at all. If anything, I probably bought more. Thing is, I have worn the majority of them, but I still feel like I don't need any more clothes. So I mean, you'll see in my 2021 goals that will come up again. But I don't think I passed that one. The fifth one is a bit strange, but I put routine of hand cream and lip balm. So I just don't wear lip balm. I don't like the feel of it, and hand cream is the same. Like, I don't like that sticky feel, but my hands get incredibly dry, especially in the winter. You can probably tell, like, they're just like old woman hands. But I don't like the feel of it, so I'm really forcing myself to use it. You might be able to see it in the background, but I did recently get a new hand cream. I love the CeraVe brand. Highly recommend that. I have been trying to use that like before I go to bed and all of that, but I'd say I've definitely used hand cream a lot more, but not lip balm. I still have like 10 lip balms that are just in a drawer that really bug me. But yeah, so maybe I will get through those in 2021. I put as my next goal to take a course on YouTube. I didn't do that. To be honest, I don't really look too much at the statistics of YouTube. I do know what works well on my channel. Unfortunately, Shein hauls do the best, but I'm not buying from Shein anymore, so there's that. But yeah, I know what works wellish, I'd say, but maybe if I had more time I would kind of like to look at that a bit more. My next goal was to go to a concert. I did actually book an Evanescence concert in 2020, which obviously didn't happen. So again, I booked it, made the effort, was gonna go, but something got in the way. So unfortunately I didn't achieve that. My next goal was to fully learn Premiere Pro. I did tick that. I haven't like fully learned it. I definitely have improved with that program. I don't use that to edit my videos because I kind of use basic editing for this, because it's just me talking. I just need to cut out if I like say too much. My Premiere Pro thing is more for my art videos. I do have another channel for my art, which is called Spooky Doll. So if you want to go and look at what I do, then I don't know if I can link the channel in the eye, but I will link it in the description if you're interested. So I have ticked that because I've definitely got better at it. My last goal for 2020 was to change my job, which is actually the biggest achievement I'd say that I have done. Like, if there's one thing in 2020 that I'm glad about, it's that I quit my job. So I did used to work in retail, but I only worked on a Saturday. As you can probably tell, I do live at home and I do go to university, but I don't live at the university, I live at home. I did work, as I said, in retail, and I had a job every Saturday, and I'd sometimes work like all weekend. I got put on furlough and all of that, and then we like got the announcement that we were going back, and I just couldn't bear the thought of it. So my goal for a really long time was to be able to make enough money through my business, Simply Gothic, to quit like my Saturday job, and I've definitely achieved that, which is probably the thing I'm most proud about. So I did quit that job, so now I have like my weekend free, which is such an amazing thing, because I've got like university stuff all week, and then I've got kind of filming, which I do like in a morning. As you can tell, I bulk film just because I need to have like a few lined up, otherwise it would stress me out. And then I've got time for my business, so to have another kind of job on top of my business is a lot, as well as like university and YouTube. So it's just been so much nicer and to actually have some free time. So that's definitely the thing I'm most proud about, and I had that job for 5 years, so it's been so nice. So yeah, those were my goals for 2020. I made 9 goals and I achieved 4 of them, or maybe 4.5 if you count the hand cream. So I always do like to attempt to go over what maybe I could, just because that's the way I've always done it. But those were my goals of 2020. And then I've got on my other notebook my kind of successes and fails. So my successes that I've written down, 2 of them were kind of the goals that I achieved, and that was the subscriber amount and follower amount, and also that I quit my job. So those were my main successes. I've put as my extra successes, so these aren't things that I set out to achieve but achieved on top of the other ones. And the first one, I know it sounds silly, but it's been a huge achievement, and it's been to drink the right amount of water, like for me, in a day. So I started this around mid-June, and I actually have an app for it, so I will show you. It's basically called the Water Minder, like a reminder but a water minder. And the idea is you have your little person, and then it gives you a recommended amount of water to drink daily, and it's based off of your age and your weight, I believe. I could be wrong, but for me it says 2,100 milliliters. And then what you do is when you drink something, you add the drink. So you could be, so like orange is orange juice, I've got coffee, water, like all of that, and you add the amount, and then it tops up your little person. So for example, I've had my water today, and then I had orange juice, and then I have had coffee, so then it tops you up, which I just think is so cute. So this app has definitely helped with that. I would really highly recommend that app. I believe it's about £5, but because my dad bought it, like I got it off of him. But highly recommend that app. Literally since mid-June I have been drinking at least 2,100 milliliters of water, and I used to hardly drink anything. That has been an extra success of mine, and I have managed to keep it up, which I'm very happy about. And it does give you notifications, so it reminds you to drink as well, because for me, once I'm doing a task, whether it's editing a video, making jewellery, tidying up something, like once I'm in that task, like time just flies by and I don't remember to drink. So that's really helped me with that. The next success, again, it's more of a personal one, but I found my skincare routine that suits me and I've stuck to it. Like, I have really stuck to it. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell on camera because I do have foundation, concealer, all of that on, but to be honest, at the moment my skin is really good. I only have one spot there which you can kind of see through the makeup. But to begin with, my skin got really, not acne-like, but just very spotty, and it's very oily, my skin, and I really struggled to find a skincare routine that suited me. I'd try a product, it didn't work, I'd go out and buy another one, that didn't work, I'd buy another one, it would cause a reaction. Like, I was just in this continuous cycle of buying new skincare things, it wasn't working, and finally I have a skincare routine that works for me, which I'm really glad about. Most of it is CeraVe, so I use like the foaming cleanser, the moisturizer, and also the ordinary niacinamide kind of dropper thing. So that has made like a huge improvement to my skin. And I also finally got like a, what's it called, that spot treatment that you have to get behind the counter. I finally worked up the courage to do that. So yeah, my skin is probably the best it's ever been, so I'm really glad about that, because that's something I've been working on for years now, probably like 5-6 years. So I'm finally at a stage where I really like how my skin looks, which is nice. And my last extra success, as I've written down, is I have continuously, that sounds right, stuck to my YouTube schedule, which is 2 videos a week. Sometimes I have posted the extra one, and that has been, again, an achievement that I only really realised until I wrote it down. So literally since I've started YouTube, I think I haven't ever missed an upload, which I am really proud about because I am a very busy person. So I am really pleased with myself for that. Even when I've gone on holiday for a month, I've pre-recorded about 10 videos so I can get them up whilst I'm on holiday. So you could call that a bit crazy, but I do like to stick to a schedule, and I find once I miss a day, I really get annoyed and then it makes me miss another day. So I'm really pleased that I have stuck to that schedule. So far I post on like a Wednesday and a Saturday, and so far in January I've stuck to that too. So yeah, I am really pleased about that as well. As for my fails, again, I put kind of the things that I wrote for the goals of 2020, like I didn't reduce the clothes that I bought. I do tend to spend a bit more money than I should. I'd say those are kind of the things I am working on for 2021, but those were the things I had written down. And then I have my goals of 2021, which I think, yeah, they're on the next page. So these are the goals. I know it's a long list. I split up my goals into personal, business and YouTube because I feel like that works the best. So for my personal goals, again, I've written pass grade 8 for my cello. It's my last grade, so it's a bit frustrating, but I really hope I can pass it in 2021. My second goal is to limit my spending on clothes. Again, I have another app for this and I'm trying it out. I'm not sure if it's working. But it's called Budget. I hide like how much I spend online, but basically you can add categories. So as you can see, I've got like subscription boxes, train, bus, coffee, and then I've also got spending online, shopping in store, and gifts. So you can put like different categories, and then when you spend something you have to put it in the app, and then it like you can set budgets for yourself. So I am experimenting with that app, but I do like how cute it looks and all of that, but I'd say I've definitely overspent this month already. I might attempt a no buy in February. I just know it's going to be quite hard for me. We will see. If you have attempted a no buy, do let me know in the comments. My third goal is to fix my posture. So again, it might not be something you really recognise, but for me, if I take a photo with someone, I really recognise it because I'm all like hunched over. So I have definitely taken steps to achieve this. I already feel that my posture is a lot better. I did this like 30-day posture challenge. I'm still kind of in the middle of it, but already it's made me like so much more aware of like, you know, shoulders back and don't like hunch over a screen when I'm sat down. So I'd say I'm definitely working on that at the moment, and it's going in a good direction. My fourth goal is to become more confident in driving. That's been a huge thing that I have put off. I did pass my driving test like a year ago, but because I'm not really going anywhere, I only really drive to like where my post office is, which is like a 15-minute drive. So I'm not regularly going along big roads. I haven't done a motorway before, and I was kind of in the last group of people to be tested without motorway driving becoming compulsory, and I really wished I would have had that. That's something I really have to work on because it's one thing that really frustrates me. So yeah, there is that. My fifth one is to get back into running once a week. So we actually do have a treadmill that we kind of bought in the lockdown period like last year, in the spring, and I got into this really good routine of running every time I needed to wash my hair because I just get so sweaty. I can't not wash my hair after. So I was running like 2-3 times a week, and then like the summer hit and it was like 35 degrees. There was no way to cool down. It was disgusting, and I was just sweaty all the time, so I did not want to run. And then September began with the whole university thing, and then it just didn't happen. So I'm aiming for once a week because I feel like that's doable. I'm aiming for the weekend as well. So far I've kept to it in January, which again I'm happy with, but I hope I just don't get out that routine, because once I'm out of it I really struggle to get back into the routine. In fact, this kind of links on with that, is to figure out a routine for my cello. I get into really bad habits of once I miss a cello day, I just don't play it for weeks, and it's such an annoying habit. I always try and like balance everything, and I do have, you know, a lot going on, but cello is one of those things that always gets pushed to the back, and it really frustrates me. So I'm trying to figure out a routine for that, because I was aiming for 4 times a week. I would like miss one and then get annoyed with myself. So just trying to find the balance of maybe aiming for less but achieving them. Maybe that would work. My last personal goal is to read 10 books, which might sound like a small amount, but for me that would be maybe an achievable amount. I think I read 2 books last year. I did used to love reading, and then I just got out of it, and now I just watch YouTube instead, which I do love YouTube. So I do find it hard to really like sit down and read, but I'm really hoping to kind of get back into that. I do have some books ready to read. That's the kind of last of my personal goals. So I'll go through my YouTube goals quickly. They're not that interesting, I don't think, but one of them is to reach 8,000 subscribers. I have set the bar high, but I would kind of like to be nearing like the next amount. That's just always how I've been. Like, I'm really grateful for where I am, but I'm always like, okay, what's next? So I've just always kind of been like that. And I'd also like to create more varied content, which is starting in January. I'm trying to not put a haul out every single week or any of that. I'd like to do more collections, more chatty videos like this. I don't know, maybe this is boring to you, but I'm trying. And more kind of lookbook outfit kind of things. So those are my 2 main YouTube goals. And for my business, I do have quite a few, so I'll kind of go through these fairly quickly. One of them is I would love to reach 10,000 followers on Instagram. That's kind of been my goal for quite a while. Obviously, it hasn't been reachable for quite a few years, but I'm nearing 7,000, so I could get close maybe, but I just want that swipe up link. Like, I know I can do it to the Instagram shop, but I can't put it on directly to my site, and I know when you reach 10,000 you can have the link, so I'd love that, and it would be a huge achievement. I'd also like to branch out into pins and t-shirts. I did start this at the end of 2020. Pins is a big one. I've always wanted to make pins. I do have a company involved. It's just, again, the time to do that, so that's another one. I would also, I mean, this is kind of boring, but I'd love to keep up to date with my records of, you know, expenses and all of that for tax, because I do tend to leave it a few months and then it's just a lot to do in one bulk, so I would like to keep up to date with that. I would like to create some stainless steel designs, which you might have seen on my Instagram story on my Simply Gothic account. I have put out that. And I would also like to fix my wholesaling list because it's a disaster. Those are my main goals for that. I have a lot of ideas, again it's just the time, but hopefully I should have some more time for that. But those are my goals for 2021. Do let me know in the comments if you do like goal setting and if you've set any goals for yourself in 2021. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know if you did in the comments down below, because it is more of a chatty one rather than me like showing you things constantly. So do let me know if this was interesting. Don't forget to press the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload. And as I said at the very beginning, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!